My name is Adrian Nantchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. So click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest uploads and to join the entrepreneur tribe. So, P has got to be equal to or greater than E multiplied by 1.5. This is a little equation that I concocted, talking about how you need to fulfill this formula in order to be financially free. P is your passive income, money that comes to you, or preferably automatic, from businesses, book sales, AdSense, referrals, stuff like that. Money that comes to you automatically, dividends, for example, rental. And expenses, this is where it gets interesting. Take E, E equals your monthly expenses multiplied by a margin of error of anything between 1.1 to 2 or 3 plus. Take your monthly expenses, let's say £1,000, rent, food, clothing, etc., utilities, so on and so forth, and multiply that by, say, times 2. So you get 2,000. A margin of error, in case of a rainy day or something like that happens, that 2,000 is your target to aim for in your passive income. At that point, I would consider yourself and myself comfortably financially free, because that then means that the money is coming in that exceeds your expenses in general, plus also you've now got a surplus of cash that's disposable income, and or you can put away for a rainy day, emergency, or you want to go, or disposable income, you want to go on a holiday somewhere, for example. That margin of error is based on what your risk tolerance is. So if you're very risk averse, meaning you don't take many risks and you're very timid or scared, some would say, very risk averse, go for a higher margin of error. Multiply it by 2.5 or by 3. Because also when you multiply it higher, all you're really doing is you're thinking bigger. And by thinking bigger, you're doing much more. And by thinking bigger, even if you're off by a little bit, you've achieved so much more than if you were just thinking small. Sometimes it's easier to think and act big than it is just to think and act small. It's interesting, bizarre about human behaviour and the way the world works. But if you've got a margin of error, that increases your disposable income. Also increases the amount of money you can tuck away for savings, so you can invest elsewhere to create jobs, to build stuff, to build and create or buy more assets. But the passive income has to exceed your expenses multiplied by a factor depending on risk averse. So the question of the day is, what are your goals? P and E, what are they? For me, my goal is monthly is £2,500. I think I did 1,000 multiplied by, I'm trying to remember now. Unfortunately. I think it was 1,000 times 2.5 probably. Must have been that, because it's just a margin of error. Just simply that. Because here's the expenses. Let's say this is my expenses, but then passive income. Ideally, I want it to be that, because I'm pushing out. I like to push myself to do more. If I can do this, okay, that's fine, but let's do that. And then when that's the norm, okay, let's try and do this. Okay, that's the norm. Let's try and do that. But I was trying to push myself. So I've made it generally a big target of £2,500 a month, passive. We're looking at doing that through mostly business and book sales. So this brand, this channel, and other business that I'm working on. But I want to mostly focus on that to start off with. So that's going to be some interesting stuff going off there. But that's what I would look into. So the question of the day is, what is your passive income goal and what is your expenses? What are you going to work with in order to achieve or work towards financial freedom? How cool is that? Now also, click on the subscribe button below and press the bell notification next to it for the latest upload. And you'll see me again soon. How cool is that?